morning, everyone. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue, and it's Friday and Friday. How are you guys feeling today? Step 8, Decision Day in Aries. I'm excited to ground and start my speaking meditation and to start my day. And this weekend it's gonna be very powerful. Lots of planetary alignment. It's crazy. We're definitely shaken up and going all over the place, but it's for the better. And yeah, it's all we have to do is to keep loving ourselves and to move forward and with courage and really enjoy. And change is good. Change is a constant thing in life. And I'm slowly getting used to, just like stagnant. If I don't move, then that's when I get stagnant. So it's good that I move, and it's good that I do things differently. It's good that I, consistent, but I'm also trying to be creative and come up with something new. So I think that's how we create. Yeah. And how was your sleep? I definitely it's hard to wake up morning. So that's one of the things that I'm working through. But it's the same pattern, right? I notice I scan my body right away when I wake up. It's like, okay. And I started to walk and I feel my body is adjusting, right? Like it's different. When I'm here, my fascia is used to lying down here. And then when I wake up and the water started to move. And then I always notice myself, like I have a tension here because I don't really move while I'm sleeping. But also at the same time, this is my pattern that I am here to unwind. So it's very interesting. Let's set the intention. Let's quickly rub our hands. And I love doing this. And I noticed that it's really helping me elevate and also helping me scan my body. And we all have healing power in our hands. And this is how I notice helped me connect with my fascia. So let's rub our nails, rub our knuckles, and to feel our energy bone. And this is all around us. Fascia is biophotonic, perceives light, bioelectric, and it's just and magnetic. It's all of that. So just feeling in. And then you can just scan your body like this. You place your hands, and then when you notice some area that is a little bit stagnant or heavy. Right now I'm feeling in the back of my neck and my head. So I'm just going to place them, and you can just feel them, and you can even touch them, right? Fascia, connect with the fascia, and then open. And I just set the intention that it's going to be a wonderful day. And we are all working on making our body, our mind, our fascia more fluid, more adaptive, and so that we can be the best version of ourselves. Things are moving. Okay, so let's read. Today is a Capricorn energy, I decide, and mixed with the Aries energy. Let's see what comes up. Welcome to step 8, I am Aries, which is ruled by Saturn. As Saturn can bring restrictions, make that energy work in your favor today. The past week has provided plenty of data, but must be committed to in order to bring in the new you. Make sure that plenty of love is sprinkled on top for it to feel real and simple for you. Take time and space to honor that commitment, whether through elaborate ceremony or just simply making a note. With tomorrow's supercharged new moon eclipse, keeping the soul tended is keeping the soil tended is all that is needed to watch the intention grow strong. So yeah, I might just go on live just because it's a very powerful new moon eclipse tomorrow, but it's supercharged up for sure. Yeah. So let's just keep riding the waves for sure. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so now Black Moon Lilith entered Scorpio at its Grand Master degree. So there will be a change in the energetic switchboard where fear can either become ignited or being non-existent, depending on awareness in this area. Consider that fear responds best by not engaging, by taking notes today. The moon in Pisces conjunct Saturn as a shift to 24, saying, now that the vision has been crafted, it is time to be open to where that belongings lies within. As Saturn edges closer to a textile with Uranus, this proves to be fertile ground for breakthrough. So keep any potential fear at bay with belonging only with the best. So it's a lot of mouthful. It's so many planets and, moon are doing its things. And I saw this meme about Mercury is very sick and tired because people are blaming on her. But that's the vibe right now. But I think it's, I just saw this video about how our ego talks to us, right? And can we really trust that universe really knows more than we know ourselves? But our ego thinks like, what if I, set the intention, and then what if I was given wrong things, right? And our ego likes to things like that and worries about things, right? Like, okay, I want this, but I heard that universe can bring us what we want, but then I saw this video about universe brings us who we are. It's not about what we want, and then ego gets confused. It was, what if like I was given the wrong thing, even though I want this thing? But we need to trust that universe can give us what we want because it literally knows more than we know ourselves, and give us the things that we need and more, right? So it's a lot of mind game and a lot of like counseling session with our ego, calm down our ego, right? Know that everything is on the right track. So I am deciding, okay. So today it's step 8, I decide is a ruling state of awareness, which brings the energy of leadership, judgment, discernment, and authority. That energy can be taken to benefit or to detriment, depending on your intentions behind the self-leadership. Some people feel this energy and become overly self-critical, judgmental, or hard on themselves. I think that was my trait. I have step 8, net 8, 26 Libra, and overly self-critical, yes. Judgmental, yes. Hard on themselves, yes. The very energy that can lead you out of a dilemma could be used to stifle yourself with suffocating self-criticism. Yeah, I caught myself that in the morning today. If you feel under enormous pressure, you're being too hard on yourself. Yeah. If you feel light and free, then you're using the energy to empower instead of disempower. That's really the issue. When you always find yourself like being hard on yourself, that's when things are getting overwhelmed. So that means you need to really chill because sometimes push and pull, and pulling is actually closer to manifestation sometimes, right? So it's all about the balance. When you are the type of person like me, always find yourself a little self-critical or be hard on yourself, it's very important that you give yourself a lot of grace and just give yourself time, right? Yeah. In your personal narrative today, you're ready to use this leadership energy, and especially with the leadership. So leadership to yourself. Energy to make some important decisions for yourself and about your relationship to yourself. In this 24-hour period of step 8, you're making decisions for how to treat yourself on the inside going forward. That's really the issue, and that's really the cue, right? The theme that we're working through. You're making decisions for how to treat yourself on the inside going forward. Any local decision may have this deeper decision occurring at the same time. So for instance, if you decide to join the gym that is closer to your home, you're actually deciding to make the journey easier on yourself. If you decide to go to bed early, you're deciding to put your health before other things. You also are deciding to let go of behavior patterns with yourself that do not serve your best interests. So you may decide to stop being hard on yourself today. So you could do that with me. Let's just try just being hard on ourselves. Or stop fighting with yourself about something. Yeah, the official end of a negative behavior is as important as the start of positive behavior. That's a really good one. Official end of a negative behavior to yourself. Self-loving and be kind. And when your ego is like, try to make your heart worries or try to put your heart down, that's when you like grab it by the ear, yeah, grab it by the neck, you know what I mean? Like it goes like this, they take your ego. It's like, like sometimes like ego energy is like ego is about Aries energy, right? And initiator, Aries ego is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's definitely wants to like walk in front of all of us, right? In front of us. What that means is like, in our mind, there's the brain, mind, ego, body, and heart. And then they need to work in harmony. But I think ego likes to walk front. I visualize this eagle. It looks like a cat and walking in front of all of our elements. And then it's like, okay, to the right, to the left. And then, but it started to, make bad decisions and putting our heart down, and you need to grab it by the neck. It's like, no, okay. You go back. Let the heart lead you now, right? So, and that's always the case. It's very important. We are literally innovating our self-leadership inside of us, right? Sometimes the heart should be the lead, right? Heart should be the leader of all this, and all the other parts of ourselves need to follow and honor, right? So that's the key for sure. Yeah, it's very interesting how how the conscious war, how the inner conflict happens inside of our body. Now, in your personal narrative today, you're ready to use the leadership energy to make some important decision for yourself and about your relationship to yourself. In this 24-hour period of step A, you are making decisions for how to treat yourself on the inside going forward. Any local decision may have this deeper decision occurring at the same time. I read it for the second time. So for instance, if you decide to join the gym that is closer to your home, you're actually deciding to make the journey easier on yourself. If you decide to go to bed early, you're deciding to put your health before other things. I read that. But it's about the decision that we're making. Yes. You also are deciding to let go of behavior patterns with yourself and do not serve your best interests. I don't know why I'm still like reading the same part, but I guess we need it. So you may decide to stop being hard on yourself today, or stop fighting with yourself about something. The official end of a negative behavior is is important as the start of positive behavior. Decide what must change in your relationship and behavior to yourself. Make the commitment today, but do not start until tomorrow. Because tomorrow is action day. Evaluate how you relate to yourself and determine the approach or habits that must stop. Decide what mirrors treatment is healthier and more subtle. Use your feelings to know what's best. You are ready to commit to changes in what you believe about yourself for the upcoming year. This will define what you officially believe about yourself. What does your heart believe? Today's goal is to connect to your feelings and make some decisions about how to treat yourself better in life. Making a commitment is that first step of changing your relationship to yourself. Use your feelings to determine how your decisions sit with you. Realize you can take the entire day to make up your mind. For big changes, you may want to go to bed and see how it sits with you tomorrow. Congratulations on your progress, and I am the leader of my happiness and joy. Yeah, I woke up today and caught myself being a little hard on myself because like social media is worst thing, like that's why people say don't use it, because you constantly compare yourself with others and their progress, right? And I just like sometimes like I have a lot of interest and I have a lot of things to do. I mean, I have a lot of things that I can do. And sometimes like think of myself as, okay, like this is one of my parents, this is one of the things my parents told me when I was little. And then I think that's also affect me. Like, wow, you can do so many things, but you can't decide what you want, what you want to do. So I guess I struggle to pick one or two things in my life growing up, because I was one of those kids who was able to do a lot of many things. So, when you see someone who's so successful because they focus on one thing, and in a sense, they are only good at one thing, but because they were focused, they become so successful. So, but I was always the one that likes to try different things. And I kind of just like maybe not excel in everything, but it's like I kind of do everything. And so it's just like confused myself. Like I'm not so sure what I want, because I can do this, I can do that, if I can do this. So that was my trait. And this morning I caught myself looking at someone else's Instagram, and because this person focused on a couple of things in their Instagram, how you build your brand, right? But when you look at Instagram, I like to talk about spirituality. I like to talk about dance, and I like to talk about water. And then when I collaborate with people, I will post different things, right? And I guess that's not very good to grow your Instagram, but at the same time, this is who I am. I think it's okay to you maybe pick three things, right? Maybe two or three things, and then focus on that to build your Instagram when you are like that, like me, like have a lot of interest. But at the same time, I think, it's very important to know that you are your unique person. It's okay to, you know, it's okay to maybe make yourself look like, and like, I am this, I am that. Just make peace with yourself and decide, that's what it is. Late yesterday morning, I started thinking about sad, scared thoughts about my husband. I had to stop and breathe. The Fascia universe, something I'm changing. Insecure. Yeah, I think that's part of the process, and there's nothing to worry about. I feel Louisine. Um, yeah, people are. I mean, as much as we can get really confused, I think everyone else is also going through it with this powerful energy, and people are maybe just want to hibernate still, even though spring has started, or people just want to like go out and then just forget about those things and just have fun, right? And but things are moving, and this is a very exciting time for sure. And as much as like we go through a lot of like thoughts and emotions and doubts, and pay attention to all of that. And what I really getting good at right now is to, when I have that thoughts and feelings, I'm not bypassing them. I grab it, and it's like acknowledge it, and it's like, okay, you're feeling this way, I see you, I take care of you, I love you, you're special. Let's move together, right? So I'm definitely a better friend for myself, and that's what we like to call on this step 8, self-leadership. How are we treating ourselves, right? And we should be our own leader, right? Nobody else's. You can have a person to look up to, but at the end of it, it's like we are all working and learning about our self-leadership, self-discipline, how we think about ourselves. Self-discipline also includes how we treat ourselves inside, right? That's a huge part. So yeah, let's continue on empowering ourselves instead of this energy makes us feel judgmental or self-critical, because that's also the energy today. And we have a choice whether that's the energy put us down, or use that energy to really solidify how we treat ourselves inside. When you catch the thought feeling sad or angry or feeling doubtful about who you are, then it's like, it's all in our head, right? It's like grab it by the ear, and it's like grab it by the neck, and it's like, oh no, you're not doing this. Because I think it's like a Power Ranger. There's the heart, there's the mind, ego, body, and brain. All parts of us, and they were walking in harmony. And sometimes our ego likes to start walking in front of everybody. The heart should be the leader, right? And then that's when the heart needs to grab the ego by the neck, and it's like, no, you are here. Mind, you're here. Work together. I'm the leader. We have to keep reminding ourselves, heart is the boss. Heart is the boss. Heart is the boss. Okay, so I picked 2 cards. The 2 cards picked up. And the first one is the beautiful card. Gratitude Rampage, list 10 things you are thankful for. So every time you are being self-critical, you just have to calm down yourself and, go back to your journal, or the writing that you always use to empower yourself. Stuff like that, just put yourself back to the mood, right? The vibe. Every moment has something to be grateful for if you can find it. To appreciate means to make more of. In other words, what you focus on expands. Gratitude is a potent magic power for manifesting more of what you want in your life. If you're constantly focusing on what goes wrong or what you don't like, then by law of attraction, you begin to attract more experiences that cause those negative feelings. The same goes for gratitude, so keeping a regular practice of thankfulness continues the supply of awesomeness. It takes more than just saying thank you to activate the manifesting magic. When going on your gratitude rampage, make sure you feel with every ounce of your emotional being the joy for each thing on your list. Get into the habit of saying thank you for all the small things in your life. Keep a journal by your bedside and spend a few minutes each night going on a gratitude rampage, and notice all the blessing that begins to pour in. I'm thankful for all the things in my life, and I am open to receiving more. Yes, grateful. Being grateful is the right attitude. The other card that popped up is keep your thoughts positive. It's up to you to think happy and be happy, so keep your thoughts positive. Where your thoughts go, energy flows. Living an enlightened life comes with a positive price. With practice, you are able to consciously control your thoughts, and you have the power to choose positively over self-defeating or criticizing thoughts. Your internal dialogue reflects in your attitude, outlook on life, and can even affect your health and well-being. The good news is that your brain can only focus on one thing at a time, so you can retrain your brain to find the positive in each moment by asking what good can come out of this. Don't be a drama queen or overreact. Find the solution and move forward. Light up and laugh at yourself more. Be playful and find the fun in life as if you are a kid again. Challenge yourself to only speak positively for the next 24 hours. Turn I can into I can and I don't like into I prefer. Look for the possibilities and choose to see the glass half full, because happiness is a choice. And I choose to be happy and plan to keep my thoughts positive today. So that's kind of like connect to the theme we're talking about, what you commit to. And because the Capricorn energy, I decide energy is about commitment and decision making and leadership. And we are step 8. That means we're working on the leadership to ourselves, how we talk to ourselves. Are we being a good leader, and are we being a good cheerleader for ourselves? And I am repeating this, but yeah, that's my journey. I think I didn't know about this pattern until recently, how hard I am on myself, right? So I am like, you know, keep talking about every life, just be easy and compassionate with yourself. That's literally my journey, right? Well, those cards hit that nail. Yeah, hit the nail for me. That's for sure. Yeah, gratitude and just be kind to ourselves. Like we're doing everything we can and know that we're here for something very special. Like I think it's we all want to feel this way, right? Some point, and we are all. And but are you taking that next step, right? Taking the next step could be just to stay in your positive zone, right? Are you being harsh on yourself, right? When your progress is very slow. So yeah, we're all learning a lot to think about. And I am slowly, something is changing in me. One thing I notice is I'm constantly look for new ways to do the same thing. If that makes sense. I think it's a very interesting perspective, right? We'll keep doing the same thing. You're committed, but you're doing the things, it's a bit differently, right? Because that's when you create a change. I made this, I even started the blog yesterday. It's like, oh, I set the journal and why don't I just have that platform? And that's exactly what I did. But I have this theory now that, you know, how the restriction, when you move your fascia, you temporarily restrict, pin and lock your skin and that fascia, right? And then when you pin and lock your skin, look at everything else cannot move. I mean, where you pin the fascia cannot move, it cannot move, but everything else can move. That's when your body starts to explore different pathways, right? Different possibilities, different variation of movement. That's how our body reacts to this contrast. And then we are able to make different change into our body, right? So just like same thing with life. In order for us to expand, we need contrast. That's why contrast comes. That's why change comes. That's why changes are constant in life, because the universe is meant to grow and expand, and we're meant to grow and expand, right? So just when you come, when those changes come, it's our job. And this is how we get better at adapting to changes, because you know, we can't be stagnant. Let's move together with this change. And as much as we have this nostalgic feelings, but this is a good thing. Our ego and our mind are programmed to think it's a negative thing. That's why we try to stay the same. But this is a good thing. If we were able to really program that change is such a great thing, then you don't even have to constantly affirm ourselves that we are safe. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, we are safe. Like, this is good. So I like to get to that point. I guess I am addressing this, so it's something is changing. Yeah, appreciate you repeating things like, yeah, I have to hear things a few times before it sticks, right? Sometimes it takes like 6 months to 1 year, you know. Sometimes it takes like 3 years to kind of, when the words and the phrase hits you differently, that's the moment, you know. It's like, I hear it differently. This is what they were talking about for all this time. You know what I mean? That's the moment. But it's only being revealed when you're ready. And then wait for us to get ready to hear the same thing, same phrase differently, or hear, you know, it could be the phrase, but also you're taking the same action, but do it differently and it works suddenly, right? Just really let's open ourselves to that possibility. How can we open to receive? And it may be your life is still, you know, doing all the chores, you know, the same thing, right? Maybe raising kids, like going to teach and do all of that. Yeah, refresh. That's why learning is so powerful, right? Yeah. every time you find yourself being stagnant, that's when you need to do something different. But sometimes, you know, if this is your job or stuff that you do, that's why, like, you know, just like bringing new people or doing something different is so important, because when you first started something new, then there's a lot of excitement, right? But when you just keep doing it, and then you forget to have fun, right? So the the person that who needs to have fun is us. It's you. It's me. You know, it's not about, oh, I just want to have like fun people. No, you have to be the fun one. To always try to do things differently. So as I'm saying that, I just thought about your husband, Ruby Jane, because you often talk about how your husband is always trying to make things fun, right? So that's his super power. So that's really good if you have that parts of yourself who always want to have fun. But I do have that part of myself, but I caught myself yesterday that, you know, I was having fun teaching fascia maneuvers, and then I felt different. I was doing things different, and I just remember how fun it used to be, and I kind of forgot how fun that was. So I'm bringing new energy, doing things differently, so that I can constantly able to grow and evolve doing things. So the key is, you know, maybe not about literally doing different things, is let's challenge ourselves doing the same exact thing, but doing differently. Doing the exact same thing, but with a different mindset and then a refresh, doing things a bit different, a bit different. Yeah, that's where a lot of fun is. Oh my God, yes, 100%. Everything you're saying is so beautiful, and it hits the target for myself. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, yeah. Let's really embrace these simple things, right? Because like we want to be this way, and then maybe like have this like ideal parts of ourselves, so much like such a high standard for ourselves. But then like you find yourself here, and if you have this mindset which allows you to grow exponentially, at the same time you're not really fully grateful about where you are, and then, you know, because the gratitude is the attitude, if you don't have the mindset, you're constantly unhappy with where you are. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, even though you're stepping up, you're constantly unhappy, then that's not, you know, that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe. And I was that vibe, I have to admit. I have this like constant, you know, self-development mindset that I need to get there. I need to work hard. And I put myself in this situation where I'm just like become a machine, you know, just like, I don't want to live like this. How can I bring more change? By actually going out and doing something different and meet new people, right? Meet new people, doing things differently, and refresh myself before I expect others to be refreshed, you know, because I tend to be that. I wish this person is like that, but then it's like, I have to be that person first. So, lots of lessons to learn, but I'm excited to do the same things in a different way today. So let's really enjoy that part. And the energy is really high, and we're constantly shooking up our platform and our grounding. But let's just know that this change is a good thing. This temporary restriction, temporary contrast is a good thing for our body. It's good for our life. And this is good, right? And the universe knows more than we know ourselves. And then there's part of us that doubt, right? And that's our ego. And then we are like Power Rangers inside of our body, and there's the mind, there's ego, there's brain, body, all working together in harmony, and the heart should be the boss. But when sometimes our mind likes to lead, or ego likes to lead, but as long as it's a consulting with the heart, and there's a harmony. But the ego started to go like this. If you guys watch the Inside Out 2, the Disney movie, Inside Out, in Riley's head, there's this anxiety took over that Mary's head, this like headquarters, like a system, right? And it's just like the anxiety is doing its own thing, because it's so the anxiety is very anxious, right? Riley's head, Inside Out, and then there comes a time it just needs to shut down. Boom. So boom. So it's just when something running in fear, and then we can't control it, we just need to shut that part. And then take that anxiety by the neck, or take that ego by the neck. It's like, no, boom. You rest. I'm currently trying to hit a commission goal so that I can join a financial firm. But sometimes it seems like I'm not moving forward, even if I work so hard. Any insight on this? Thank you. Oh, thank you, Karen, for that question. You know, what I got from you, just started reading this, you are forgetting to have fun in this process. You know, here comes that tricky part of manifestation. If you forget to have fun in the process, you are in the way of, you're blocking that blessings if you're not having fun. And so I think we're all learning. There's a balance, right? That we are all learning, like a perfect balance. It's not about this is bad, this is good. If you just stay in the same place, that's when things get stagnant. So we're constantly, it's kind of like Malkava. It's like there's many parts of ourselves, and sometimes heart is the boss, that's the truth. But sometimes the mind kind of just takes the lead and lead everyone else, right, with their own positive mindset. But when the mind gets so stagnant and it just gets so tired, because maybe the mind is like, okay, working, but it's like you don't see the result, right? And it's like, okay, but then ooh, and then that's when doubt comes in, and you know the mind is rushing in fear. That's when you need to grab the mind by the neck, and it's like, no, just relax. Put it in the bag, right? Like a cat. So funny. There's a lot of energy. My phone froze for a second. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. So I think my advice to you is really just have fun. Because if you're not having fun in the process of becoming, then what's the point in life? Like, you know, we all want to be successful. So yesterday I was talking with ChatGPT, and it's crazy. I encourage you guys to do this. I don't have a paid version. I just had a free version. And I asked this question about what's the dream? Like, I had this crazy dream that I shared yesterday, like Falcor, like a luck dragon and pink flamingo, and statue of Jesus showed up. And so I had to ask that question. And the guidance I got was so profound. It was amazing. And so I was asking ChatGPT lots of questions, and then what they do is they answer your questions so profoundly, and normally always finish with a question. So now you know you this, and now you reach this profound awareness. Is there one thing that you want to focus on, or, you know, just like end with question? And that question itself is ignite ignite a conversation, right? So I keep going and chatting with the ChatGPT, and there was a question like, what do you want to focus? One thing do you want to focus on? And I say, I want to focus on two things. I want to focus on, now that I am aligned and shifted my timeline, I want to focus on abundance and I want to focus on divine alignment. Because for me, yes, I want to create abundance, but if the abundance is not aligned with my divine alignment, then, and also vice versa, right? Even though I'm aligned, but I'm poor, then it's not fun, right? So I am learning that I could have it all, but my purpose aligns with everything, aligns with my abundance, and anything's possible. I think when you're in doubt, you need to come back to heart. It's like, okay, especially today, when you find yourself being so self-critical, and it just, when you find yourself, your ego, your mind is putting your heart down. It's like, no, that's not gonna happen, right? And so that's when you need to grab them by the neck, and it's like, no, you're supposed to be the biggest supporter for me, like my heart. What are you doing? You have to work smart and efficiently, right? Finding that perfect harmony. Easy on yourself when you always have that doubts and being hard on yourself. Because I think as much as we want to accelerate the speed, pulling it back a bit and be easy and compassionate on yourself itself helps you accelerate the journey that you're on. And we need to realize that. Push and pull. Be easy on yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Trust that this is what you're meant to do, and it will come at the perfect timing. So, yeah, if you find yourself nothing is working, if you work so hard, and you have to go the opposite, you work less and you work smart. So let's set that intention, but let's just keep moving forward with courage and trust that you're exactly where you need to be, and this is the work that we're doing. Let's rub our hands and clap your hands, set the intention. And even though our mind, our emotion likes to get triggered and give us all kinds of feedback and doubt ourselves, like Ubi Zine share about your husband. I don't know exactly what that was, but I feel like you had that moment, even though you got this perfect husband, but you doubt yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's all in our head, right? And same thing with Karen, like maybe you have that moments of doubt, and we all have that, right? And we all have this imposter syndrome. I have it every single day, but at the same time, can you see that part of yourself with a lot more ease and compassion? It's like, okay, you're doing this again, but I love you, and you are safe, and I am safe with you, and let's move together, because this fear is teaching us to be more confident, right? Confident with ourselves, with the journey we're on, and we have power. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we literally forget that we are creating everything that we see. You know what I mean? So we forget that we are creating everything. And so let us remember we are the creator. Everything else. And even though we see something that we don't like, acknowledge it, but you don't have to, put a lot of effort and energy into it. Just know that you are changing. Just know that you're shifting. Just know that you're moving forward. Just know that, you are protected, guided. And that's when you need to remember your faith, right? In yourself. You want to play way too much. Right? Yeah, maybe that's the vibe, right? Sometimes we go through phase. Sometimes you go through phase where you eat a lot of chocolate. Sometimes you go through phase where you eat a lot, or sometimes you don't eat a lot. And sometimes you go through phase that, like you're going to depression. I mean, like we go through a lot of phases in our life, but all phases are meant to help us grow, right? So, but I think we're all learning to shift that narrative a lot faster, so we don't dwell on those seeing, that is very heavy on ourselves. So just trust that, and don't forget to have fun, because the joy helps us move forward and help us attract things faster. If we're not having fun, then yeah, do the same thing, but do it differently. That's my message today. Right hand on your heart and left hand on the top of your head. Let's imagine this green color and energy go through your heart and the brain. Set the intention. Let's find a perfect harmony within ourselves with this Power Rangers that I've been talking about. So breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Your nose. 2, 3. I'm just imagining this like Power Rangers and the army of SAS inside. There's some like, you know, boss who's the heart, but there's a subordinates, and there's like a little soldiers. Okay, so let's start. Hello mind, hello brain, hello ego, hello body. And those are like the little subordinate of the heart. And now all emotions. Hello emotions. Hello heart. Thank you for working in harmony. Thank you for moving fluidly and bring a lot more adaptability in our lives. Thank you for your smart and efficient work, willingness to open, and willingness to move forward with courage. Willingness to be more flexible every single day. Thank you for honoring your heart. Hello heart, you're in charge. I'm listening to you. You're the boss. I love myself. I am lovable. I am safe and protected. Even there are a lot of changes. I am secure because I know myself. I trust because I have faith in me, and I have faith in the higher self, universe, God, whatever you believe in. And I know I am worthy. I am abundant. It's safe for me to move forward. It's safe for me to let go. It's safe for me to welcome changes. It's safe for me to love change. I get to do same things in a different way, many different ways. I like to have fun, and I find joy in every action I take today. Today is I decide day. I'm establishing a good relationship with myself in the self-leadership. I'm my biggest cheerleader, and I have good self-discipline in myself, how I treat myself. I'm easy and kind to myself, and my life loves me. My faith is stronger every single day, and I trust myself a lot more every day. All is well. It's time to have fun and time to move forward with courage. Thank you, all my emotions. You are seen, you are felt. I love you. You are safe with me. I am safe with you. Feel your body. It's like the army of all your elements, and your heart is leading. She's the heart, the queen of heart. And there are good subordinates working for the heart. Those are brain, mind, ego, body, and you can add any elements you like. And there's a lot of subordinates working for that little ends, emotions, and those are the guidance system. Working in harmony. Feel your body. Feel that perfect harmony, working together as a team, honoring your heart, doing things, doing your everyday chore, but doing things a bit differently, having more contrast and change. Change is good, and every day is a lesson, and a fun lesson, joyful lesson. A lot of good things are on our way. Let's feel your body. How you guys feeling? There was a moment I was doing the affirmation. I felt this like, it just like the consciousness just opened that up, like boom, third eye. There was a moment I felt it. That's very interesting. Yeah, it's like there's something it's opening up for sure with this powerful affirmation. Hope you guys felt something. I definitely felt something. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I love it. Yes. Yeah, thank you for joining the affirmation. I love doing this because it really helps me. And when you find yourself rushing in fear, when your anxiety it's like takes the lead and take over, or when your mind try to take over, but it's get caught in the moment in the funk, then you need to grab it by the neck and it just, okay, you rest, go easy on yourself, right? Yeah, my mind and body just loves it when I give it love, right? Just give it love and take time for ourselves and just trust, like, whether you are worried, whether you are joyful, you live. That's at the end of it, you are living. So let's just enjoy every moment and have fun and just be receptive, be open to receive. And we are all changing and we are all becoming more of who we are. It's the layers, the onion layers that you're peeling and it will be coming. So thank you for being here. My doctor wrote down that I do daily affirmation. I told her that I do 5 days a week with you. Oh, that's so great. I love that. Thank you guys for being here. Let's have a wonderful, powerful weekend. And thank you, Ikue. Have such a peaceful day. You too. Thank you, everyone. And I might just jump in just tomorrow, just because we have this is it solar eclipse, moon eclipse? I just forgot. But I know it's powerful. I think it's very important to maybe set some intentions too, but we'll see. But meanwhile, I'm sending you guys so much love. Every time you catch the moment, let us grow together and have the moment, and you just tell yourself, it's like, I love you. You are seeing, I am catching this, and let's move together because change is good. Yeah. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.